Hello, Tashana. How are you? Oh man, how your day going? Mm-hmm. I'm great. How you been? Well, right now I'm just, um, working through and processing some emotions. You know, so that's what we're gonna talk about tonight: being triggered and how you deal with your triggers. Cause for me, I'm finding that in this stage of the game, I be triggered about being triggered because what is up with people coming into your life and triggering things in you that bring up old things, and then I'm finding myself being mad about it because why these new people coming in and triggering old shit, which is a part of the process. Like it all has purpose. I feel like I'm just a big trigger for people, and people are a trigger for me, and vice versa. We triggering each other so we can learn and grow. You know, Great taking the boys to Nickelodeon theme park tomorrow. Oh, that's amazing. I love the preach is the devil. I mean, we can say it's the devil. We can say it's the devil, but I feel like everybody have an angel and a devil. Like everybody is you and you, right? It's you and you and how you showing up. But everything has purpose, and I feel like for me, where I'm at on my journey, when I'm triggered, I know to go within myself and figure out why. It's no longer about, oh, this person did this and they the reason why I'm triggered. No, you were able to trigger me, so let's figure out, like, let me go within myself and figure out why. What's going on? Purple in the building. What's going on, Purple? How are you? Sometimes I'm called the devil. Creamy in the building. What's going on, Creamy? How are you? How y'all doing? But yeah, I'm finding that this chapter of my life, I'm triggered about being triggered because I'm triggered that I'm triggered and it's a new situation, but it brings up all the old things. Like, and I get it, right? That's what it's supposed to do because we're supposed to go within and work through that stuff and release it. But also paying attention to you and how you showing up and why the things trigger you, and then getting to the root of it. So for me, I have a huge issue. I know this because I'm a big communicator. I'm good. How about you, Queen? I'm good, right, in this space. I'm just, working through and processing emotions, you know. But I know this for me, I'm big on communicating with people and telling people the things, like, because I don't ever want to leave nobody guessing, and I don't ever want nobody to say, oh, I didn't know. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know this. That's my rule of thumb. Like, nobody would ever be able to say they didn't know. Nope. Absolutely not. So I communicate about all the things, and I tell people the things that's important to me. Like I'm cool with if you saying, look, I don't want to talk to you. I need my space. I don't want to talk, and I don't want to talk about it. Like I can deal with that, but not saying nothing, like not communicating nothing and just leaving people to wonder, like that ain't cool. That ain't okay. Like don't do that. Communication is key in every relationship. And for me, I'm like I can handle disappointment. I can handle, you being angry, yelling and screaming. I can handle all of that. What I can't handle is you not communicating the things. Like, I can't handle that. People are going to try to trigger you on purpose. That's why it is an inward thing. But here's the thing, Purple. If there's nothing to trigger, they can't trigger you, right? So if they trigger you, people try to do it on purpose. But if there's nothing there to be triggered, they ain't gonna succeed. But if they trigger something in you, then you know what time it is. It's time for you to go within yourself and do some work. Because if there's nothing that'll be triggered, nobody can trigger you. So I'm here for it. Like, it ain't easy, right? You have to go through all the emotions. You got to work through the stuff. And for me, it's not just about me. Like, I care about people. Like, I love people. So I'm worried about me and what I'm going through and my triggers and how I trigger somebody else and how they feeling and how they processing and just, like, so that's my energy. Like, I'm putting myself in all the people's shoes that may be involved. And that's another thing, Nate. I'd be like, shit. This work, I'm telling you, this work is not for the weak. Like, it ain't easy, but it's necessary, and you have to do it. You have to do it. You can work through process of emotions. You can dominate them too. Yes. The first step is honoring it. That's the first step. But for me right now, like, I want to be mad. It's crazy. Like, I want to be mad about the things, but, like, I can't get mad. I don't know. Like, I'm like, what? I just want to be mad about it, but I'm not. I'm not mad about it because I understand, like, this had to happen. Everything happened the way it's meant to happen. Like, there's nothing we can do about that. There are no coincidences. Everything happened exactly how it's meant to happen. Dun, dun. Wait, can you shout out my sister? She's in the NICU in the hospital. Her her baby for her baby. Her name is Izzy. Well, shout out to Izzy. I'm sending love, light, and healing energy her way. Right? I don't want to just be guessing. That's where mental health starts. Look, yes, Tashana. Like, y'all, this is me. I'm here for the hard ass conversations. And I've been like that. I tell people all the time when I'm entering relationships with people, it don't matter what the dynamic is. I tell people, like, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. I have a pure heart, but I'm not perfect. And I'm not going to always say the right things. I know I may say something to hurt you, but if you don't say anything or if you're not willing to talk about it, let's talk through it. Because a lot of times it's just a miscommunication. You saying the things, and I try now not to talk about it before I process what I'm feeling. But sometimes I find myself, like, I don't work through it, I don't process it, and then I be like, okay, cool, I'm ready to talk about it. And then I start talking about it, and then all the emotions come back up. So then I may get a little feisty when I'm talking about the things, and it may come off wrong, but I just feel like when people know you, when they know the heart and soul of who you is, right? And you say something, for me, I'ma always come back to my heart and be like, okay, I feel this way, right? This person triggered me and they made me feel this, so it brought up old wounds, past experiences. But I'm looking at this person and how this person's showing up in my life, and they're not those people, but the action of not communicating triggered past experience of people not communicating or not caring about me or my feelings or not saying the things. And then you have this person that's showing up in your life that who do care about you, right? They showing you through action and words. They showing you not just with words but with actions, you know, and then they trigger you because one moment of not communicating, then you're like, hold up, this making me feel how I felt in the past, you know. But coming back to your heart, like you have to be able to come back to your heart every time, and that's the challenging part. Because when you're in the midst of it, if you let your emotions control you and take over, guess what? You be making decisions that you gonna regret for sure. Purple, people try to trigger me all the time. That's a damn problem. Love. Is it get better? Prayers up, yes. Bum, 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 bum. Come on, girl. Miguel in the building. Y'all, it's so weird now that y'all white. Like, even though y'all have the blue badge, I'm so used to seeing y'all names blue. Like, why is YouTube? If it ain't broke, why y'all trying to fix it? Why y'all messing with you? Dun, dun, dun. Your sock, your dress. Baby Joker. Yes. Bali, if you come in my chat one more time talking about it's your birthday, I do remember you. It is not your birthday. I would not tell you happy birthday. I don't forget. Okay? I don't forget the people coming in my chat. It's not your birthday. Like what? I love communication, but some people don't understand the importance. Purple, that part. A lot of people don't. A lot of people really don't. And a lot of people don't know how to, you know, not let their emotions control them, you know? Because I can be like, I'm good with controlling my emotions now. I get passionate, like the emotions still be there, but I don't let them dictate, you know, or control me, like spiraling or, you know, whatever. But everybody not there. Most miscommunications and most disagreements are nothing that you cannot get past or work through, depending, obviously. Yes, Creamy, I believe that. But you have to be willing to get uncomfortable, right? Because it's not comfortable being in that space, right? Of feeling the things that you're feeling. Two people trying to understand each other and what you're experiencing, because we're both having two different experiences, right? So you have to talk through it, but you have to be willing to hold space and listen without judgment, without projection, without taking it personally. When a person is telling you, hey, this is how this made me feel, right? You did an action, it caused me to feel this way. I'm telling you how this made me feel, the emotions that it brought up for me. And even though you caused the trigger, you made these things come up, I'm aware that that wasn't your intention, but it still happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to honor how things make people feel. It may not be our intention, but if it affected the person that way, like, we have to be willing to sit and hear that without taking offense to it. Understanding is the cure. Yes. The real eyes and even in the building. What's going on, real? Screw those gaslighters and narcissists. We growing and glowing without them. Look, girl. Exactly, Creamy, but you can if the other person not communicating. It's hard to communicate with somebody who don't want to communicate. It's hard to communicate with somebody who let their emotions take over. Like, I get passionate. I like to say passionate because I don't let the emotions take over no more, but I get passionate, but I'm still willing to hear you. I'm still willing to take a moment and come back to my heart and hear you, and vice versa. But if I'm willing to hold space and hear you, you have to be willing to hold space and hear me. It's a two-way street. Communication is a two-way street. The real, you've been behaving. Real, do you even know what that look of purple say? Have you been behaving? Do you know what that means? To behave? Like what? Yes, Purple Real has been behaving, but I'll check to see if he's in line. Oh yeah, that's right. Cause eyes be the one cutting up. Real be chilling. Real bring the truth. Eyes be like, what? What did you say? I'm coming for you. Exactly. And some people still don't care. They're boy. So my problem is, you know, Jerry in the building. What's going on, Jerry? How are you? Y'all, when it comes down to like me and how I show up, like I genuinely, I'm just love. Like I just love people, right? My heart pure, but I'm not perfect, and I keep telling people that. Like I'm not going to always say the right things. I know I do stuff to hurt people, not intentionally though. That's the difference. You know when somebody's intentionally trying to hurt you, and you know when it's not in that's not that person character. And I feel like when people know your character and then they let the things, they let their emotions and things take over, and then they don't see you. But then I'm recognizing too, they don't see you because they don't see themselves, right? And we can't do for others what we're not able to do for ourselves. Like I truly know that, right? You can't care about somebody else's feelings and emotions if you really don't care about your own, right? How could you? If you're not able to hold space for yourself and be with you and your emotions, how could you be with me and my emotions? Right? And not take it personally. How do we do that? Nobody is perfect, Jerry. Like nobody is. Some people think they are. Emotional intelligence is a thing. Yes, Mick. Did you paint those paintings? Yes, I did. Tim, how are you? So, I mean, you know, going through all this elevation, soul growth, over here doing the work, understanding the things, y'all, it don't make this path easier. Like, I just be like, shit, look, let's just sit here. Let's be uncomfortable in this. Like, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. But man, the shutting down, like the deleting, blocking, like really, really, that's what we doing. It's a lonely road sometimes. Yes, it is. Mix Fuego, how are you? How your day going? Well, the day almost over. So how was your day? That's what triggered me, right? Like that's the trigger that came up is like the past thing is people knowing me, knowing my heart, and you can have years of good experiences with people, and one thing happened, and they erased everything, like all the good for that one bad thing. Let's say 9 years of good, no disagreements, no nothing, and one disagreement, they want to erase all that good history. No communication, no nothing. I block a person in their heartbeat, but it don't be driven by emotions. What is driven by me? Why you blocking them? Tabito, how are you? Like, I don't know. That's just not how I operate, and I don't understand that type of energy. I don't. And you know what? It's so crazy. It's so crazy that because this month, now that I'm thinking about it, I experienced something like this last year this time. So the fact that it happened again this time, like this right now, like, and it's been a year since that happened. I'm like, oh, I see. The universe, like, yep, let's get in there. Let's get in there. But I was mad today, y'all. I was mad because I wanted to be mad. I wanted to be mad, but I couldn't get mad. I was like, why y'all not letting me get mad? Like, what? I was more sad. I was more sad than mad. But I wanted to be mad. I wanted to be mad about it, but I'm sad. But I wanted to be mad and I couldn't get myself to mad. So it just showed how much I've grown. And then I was like, yeah. Disappointed. That too. Yes. Yes, Purple. Queen of Hearts, I'm all right. Thank you. That's good to hear. I'm good. I'm, working through emotions and working through the triggers and all that is not fun. I don't like being triggered. And then new triggers trigger old triggers, so I'm mad about being triggered. I just don't like it. But I'm here for it. I'm here for the work. I'm here for the hard work. I'll do it. Purple, yes, more sad than mad means disappointed. Look, you an artist? I am. I didn't know I was until 2 months ago. Well, 3 months now. Maybe it's been longer than that. Maybe it's been about 4 months. Time going so fast. Exactly, because you already told the person what you expect and they still don't care. I think that might have a lot to do with my processing too, because I'd be like, I said the things. And I'd be like, it's one thing if I didn't say the things, but that's always been me. I'm like, I never want somebody to be saying I don't know. Nobody will ever be able to say I don't know. I didn't know that. Oh, you knew. If you close to me, you knew, because I told you. I communicated the things. Especially when I open the door and say, look, I'm opening the door and I'm telling you that somewhere down the line, I may do something to hurt you. It's your responsibility. It's your responsibility to speak up for yourself and say how somebody made you feel. Like, it's your responsibility. They're not mind readers. They don't know. They don't know. So it's your responsibility to tell them. Elson, hello, how are you? But we talked about that, Purple. Like, they don't care because they don't care about theirs. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about how they're showing up, how they feel, right? So why would they care about you and how you feel? You'll give people the memo and they'll ignore it. Yep, that part. Then you think they're just playing with your intelligence. Oh boy. It's a lot of processing. It's a lot of going within, right? Bringing yourself back to center, like looking at the bigger picture. Me, I like to look at all the dynamics of it. I like to put myself in that person's shoes. I like to, be in my own shoes, figure my own stuff out. So I'm not just one-sided. I don't just think about me and how I'm showing up and how I'm affected. I also think about how I'm affecting other people. And me personally, I don't never want to be careless with nobody's heart, because I don't want nobody being careless with mine. So if I feel like I hurt somebody, or like, you know what I'm saying, I that bothers me. That bothers me. Yeah, when I speak up for myself, most of the time they don't like it, especially so-called grown ass men. They really hate me. No, yeah, people don't like you taking charge and speaking up for yourself. They be wanting you to shrink or don't say nothing. Like, nah. But we gotta remember, everything is a test. Purple, I'm sick of these tests. I'm sick of these tests. I'm like, universe, I'm test out. Look, I'm done. I'm done. Same coin, when I hurt someone, it makes me feel bad. Yeah, I don't, because it's, for me, it's not intentional, but I know it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. So that's why I tell people, make sure you tell me how I make you feel so we can talk about it. And when people telling you how you made them feel, or how you made them feel, you have to hold space for that and hear them without trying to justify what your intentions was. It don't matter what your intentions was if it made the person feel some type of way. Like, that's what we have to understand. Same thing with people. Their intentions may not have been to hurt you, but it hurt you. So let's talk about why it hurt you. And then you'll get to the root cause of the problem. And sometimes you'll realize that it wasn't even so much about that person. It just brought up past things for you. The way this person didn't communicate in this moment. Maybe they was a beautiful communicator up until this very moment. And then that one moment of them not communicating just triggered all those past experiences when somebody didn't communicate. So in that moment, you may erase how this person was showing up and communicating with you, right? In that one moment, because they didn't communicate with you and it triggered you in a bad way. So then you forget in that moment that, damn, this person is not like that all the time. So let me figure out why they showed up this way this time. Nope, sometimes we let that trigger take us and we run with it. We run with those emotions and we let those emotions control us. So, Sassy in the building. What's going on, Sassy? Yeah, that's true, Purple Haze. We all have different levels of tolerance. In that instance, we gotta show discernment. Yes, me. Yes, that part. But sometimes when you're in it, it's hard to see. It's hard to use the discernment because you going through it. You going through the motions. But it's nice to have that other person to be like, you know what? I'm not going to take this personally because I know how I show up. I know who I am, right? So I'm not going to take this personally in what you're saying to me right now. I know this has nothing to do with me. This is deeper than me, right? That discernment again on the other side. Yes, Mick. But a lot of times we take it personally. So then we bumping heads. You know, we losing good friendships because we taking things personally. We listening to respond, right? Not listening to really hear the person. But Queen, some people don't even put forth the effort to try to understand your point of view. Some people won't even try to meet you halfway. That's true, Mick. And I have to say that's the majority. It's very rare to meet somebody who gets it. Who gets it. And it's like sometimes when you get in that space where you may feel yourself like you see it ain't going nowhere, being able to stop and say, you know what, we ain't getting nowhere right now. Let's just pause. You know what I'm saying? Let's take a breath. Let's come back to our heart. But that definitely takes a high level of maturity, like emotional intelligence, and being able to recognize that. Not listening to understand. They're listening to respond. That's what they're doing. So my family in the chat right now, I just want to say that I love each and every one of you as well. And I will continue to shine brighter and let my light shine because I'm very special to y'all. Yes, nephew. Yes, we love you too. Keep shining. See life in the building. What's going on, see? But when you return that energy, they feel it. Then, yes, purple. Yeah, y'all. I really be working on it. I used to be in my match energy, but to me now, I mean, sometimes it's worth it. Sometimes it's a little worth it. But I be like, you know what? I value my time and my energy too much. I ain't got time for that. Like I can match your energy for sure, but you know, it depends on what time of the day it is. If I want to be petty LaBelle. Sometimes I like to tap in my petty bag. It's not often, but sometimes I do. There are people who just listen to respond and not listen to understand at all. That part right there. Good day to you. Same to you, see. Nino in the building. What's going on, Nino? I was just thinking about you. I was like, I haven't seen you in a while. What you been up to? Let me guess. Working, fam. It's good to see you. I'm gonna be real. If anybody ever thought I just randomly cut them off, it really wasn't random. It's been on my mind. I can only make so many excuses for a person. That part me for me it's a process. Like I don't just cut people off. Like I'm not gonna do that. Like I'm working through my process. I'm taking notes. I'm paying attention. Like for me, I have to give it my all to know, yep, I did everything that I could for this relationship. And once I'm done, that's a wrap. Once I'm done, that's a wrap. Ain't no going back. Nope, it's a wrap. Rodney in the building. What's going on, Rodney? Stop to show some love. Queen, stay blessed. Enjoy chat. Um, yes. I done forgot what taking something personally means. It's literally no point. That's dependent on actions, not words, though. That point. I'm a lot better at it. I'm a lot better at not taking things personally. A whole lot better. And sometimes I catch myself. I be like, girl, you taking that personally. Nope. That ain't got nothing to do with you. And everything's to do with them. What we on tonight? We just talking about being triggered and how you handle it. How do you handle your emotions? Look, Nino, I already knew. Exactly. I can return energy and make you feel like you never existed. Purple. That part. That part. Purple, I get it. Actions mean everything. Words are meaningless at this point. Yes, action speaks louder than words. Y'all, like, Oh man. For me, the hardest part is when people know, like they know your heart. They know who you is. They know how you show up. And they just be so, like they don't care. In the heat of the moment, that's why you gotta stop letting your emotions control you. Your emotions gonna have you jacked up and missing out on good, genuine people. Like, do we value good, genuine people in our lives? If you have one, like, do you value that person for real? Because they're hard to find. They're hard to come by. Yeah, I go through the okay, I'm not tripping moment. Laugh out loud. That point. I love when the queen say that part. Emotions. See, like, why your eyeballs in the chat? Yes, emotions. That's what we talk. That's what y'all have to get comfortable with. Talking about your emotions, not letting your emotions control you. Okay? Do you realize that your emotions is a part of the human experience? It's not your identity. Some people don't know that. Some people, I didn't know it. Right? I used to think when I was angry, I was anger. Right? Like, no, I'm not my emotions. My emotions don't control me. They just a part of my human experience. It's something that I'm experiencing in the moment. I don't have to let it control me or define me. Like, why are you so angry? You're an angry person. No, anger is the emotion you're experiencing. You gonna let it control you? Like, come on. I don't know about nobody else, but I don't want nothing controlling me like that. Absolutely nothing. So I take my power back from the things, from the emotions, from foods, like things that I be eating, and I'm like, why I can't stop eating this? Then I get mad. I'm like, nah, this shit ain't got no control over me. I have the power to stop doing this. So then, I take control. I take stuff more personally when people I'm cool with are attacked than I do for myself, to be honest. Mick, I know. You know what? We're not gonna have a mixed swagger session today. But look, Mick, why? I want to know why. Do you take it more personally for other people than yourself? Talk to me. Your actions or your words. Look, let me tell y'all. Okay, words without actions is just words, right? But you can have somebody who never say the words and show up with the actions, and they never have to say a thing, and you know exactly what it is. I tell people, even when it comes to the love, right? People telling you they love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. But if their actions ain't showing that they love you, that don't mean nothing. It's just a bunch of words. My grandfather never said I love you to none of his kids, none of his grandkids. Like, he just never said it. And maybe it was because nobody ever said it to him. I don't know. But one thing I can say, the way that he showed up in our life, I know my grandfather loved me without a doubt, without a question. And he never said it. Well, you have people saying it all the time, and what? Their actions don't line up to it. But then, do people really know what love is? Like, true unconditional love, it means loving somebody even in their brokenness, in their ugliness, right? Like, it's not, oh, I love you as long as you're doing what I want you to do, or you're looking like you're this perfect being or whatever, like you got it all together. What about when I'm falling apart? What about when I'm crashing out? Like, do you really see my heart and my soul? Like, okay, she just going through something right now. This is not, it's not personal. It has nothing to do with me. But I know the heart and soul of her. So let me stay present with that. People don't know how to do that. Honestly, purple, it depends on their intention. of the words in which they say. That part, intention matters. Miguel, yeah, bro, we live. We gonna meet up on. What live you doing it on, me? Where you doing this party at? So I know. And genuine people are hard to find. That part. That part. So if you have them, you better cherish them. You better treat them like a treasure. Because I'm telling you, they diamonds in the rough. I know. I'm a diamond in the rough. I already know this. And I've been mishandled by many. But it's all good because guess what? I learned how to cherish me. Like that part. Value me. Okay, they don't value you. You need to value you. You need to show up for you. You need to love you. You need to know your worth. You need to know, okay, bet. I know how I showed up. I'm checking all my boxes. I'm willing to have the conversation. They're not willing to have the conversation. That's on them. That's on them. Exactly. I've learned to let people do what they do. I'm not going to keep explaining myself. That part. When you know who you are and you know how you showing up, why I'm gonna keep explaining myself? For what? You see me? Y'all, let me tell y'all about this experience. So I had this girl I was friends with. We was friends for 8 years. Like when I tell you no issues, nothing. Like we was cool. Talked about all the things. And I used to tell her the same thing. Like, so this is how it be with relationships with me. Like, I would say something to offend them, right? And instead of them saying something, they just start acting weird, and I feel the energy because I'm big on energy. Like I can feel it. I feel the shift. I pay attention to people, body language when they're talking to me. Like I'm listening to the vibration of the sound of their voice. Like I'm paying attention to all day. So I said something to offend her, and instead of her saying that hurt my feelings or whatever, she didn't say nothing. She just started acting weird. Then I have to call her and be like, hey, what's going on? I feel like, your energy shifted. And she was like, oh, well, when you had said that about my YouTube channel, it kind of hurt my feelings. I was like, well, why didn't you say anything? I always tell you that you can talk to me. Why you didn't say nothing? She was like, yeah, that was my fault. Right? So that happened. I was like, girl, look, if something like that happened again, then tell me. So she was going through a rough time, and she called me one day, and I'm talking to her, and we've always been able, like when I was going through my worst shit, like when I get on the phone with my friends, we can talk about the rough times I'm going through, and then we can go right to laughing and joking about stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, you going through a hard time, let's just stay in this yucky energy. Nah, we talk about that, we laugh, we cry. It's all the things. We do all the things. So she called me one day, and I'm talking to her. We hadn't talked in a while, but she was going through her rough time at this point. And she called me, and I'm telling her, like, I'm catching her up on what's going on in my world. Like, girl, I'm working this job. I'm at this warehouse. These knuckleheads trying to talk to me. Like, and I'm just sharing with her. She on the phone talking, ain't saying nothing. Like, she just, going back and forth with me. Then I'm calling her. I'm texting her, and she ain't responding. I was like, that's not like her. Why she ain't responding? So then I go on Instagram, and I message her. And I was like, hey, I'm just checking in on you because I ain't hear from you. I messaged her, I think it was like November 6th. This girl didn't respond until like November 22nd. And she was like, I'm going to say this lovely. We can no longer be friends because you didn't tell me happy birthday. I was like, What? And then she was like, and God revealed to me that you're not as pure as I thought you was. I was like, okay. So first of all, I'm thinking to myself, we've been friends for 8 years. Every year up until this year, I told you happy birthday. And the one year that I don't tell you happy birthday, your first thought is we can no longer be friends. Like, what's really going on? Is this really the issue? Is it really because I didn't tell you happy birthday? Because my first thought would have been like, dang, she tell me happy birthday every year. If she didn't tell me happy birthday this year, something must be going on with her. Like, that would have been my first thought. My first thought wouldn't have been, oh, I'm cutting her off because she didn't tell me happy birthday. Like, how freaking old are we? How old are we, first of all? That you cutting off a good, genuine friendship because somebody didn't tell you happy birthday? And God told you I'm not as pure as you thought I was. I said, baby, let me tell you one thing for sure. Make sure that's God talking to you and not your ego. Because I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect, but my heart is pure, and that is on 100. Okay? That's one thing I know for sure. For sure. My heart is pure. That's one thing you ain't about to play with. You're not about to play with that. I'm not perfect, but this heart is pure, for sure. So then I go in and I tell her, like, hey, okay, cool. That's how you feel? I said, bet. I said, but just make sure that's God talking to you and not your ego. And then she goes on to say, because I was going through my worst time and I called you and you on the phone telling me um about some 30-year-old that's trying to talk to you. I don't want to hear that shit. And I'm thinking to myself, well, why didn't you say that while we was on the phone? Like, why didn't you say that while we was talking? You could have said that while we was talking, but there was never a moment when I was going through my worst shit that you couldn't share whatever you was going through, whether it was good news, bad news, joking news, whatever it was. I always held space for people to be who they are and share. Like, just because I'm going through the worst don't mean that you can't share your good moments with me. Like, how that work? So yeah, I was like, baby, after I said the things that I needed to say to her, she came back and she apologized because you knew you was on some bullshit. Like, absolutely not. You're right. You can pretty much measure someone's love by the effort they apply into you. That part. Because I'm good, I'm the defender. The wall is not about me. Mick, it's all about you. I'm gonna need you to stop saying it because it's all about you. It's about you first. Like how you showing up for other people, I need you to start showing up for you like that because you matter. And we already talked about this and coming to that space of knowing that you are loved and you are enough and you are worthy. You deserve the same amount of energy that you're pouring into other people. You deserve to pour that into yourself. You deserve it. But that's what the world teach us. The world teach us to pour into others more than we pour into ourselves. Like we on the back burner. We not on, like I asked y'all before, like where you at on your priority list? Are you even on the list? Because you should be the first one on the list. You have to take care of you first and then pour into other people. Like that's how that goes. The world teach you the opposite, but you are first on that list. You matter. You are important. I live by this and will die by this. It's never personal, just business. Max in the building. What's going on, Max? What's going on? Got to love them. Roughed up diamonds. That means they can survive anything. Look. Creamy, exactly. That pressure ain't no joke, but we come out like diamonds for sure. That part. Like what? Look, y'all, the other day I was in here and I was like, people be talking about people leeching on your energy. Like leeches. I'm like, I ain't worrying about no damn leeches. You know I'm a phoenix rising. I set myself on fire. You know how you get leeches off? With fire. I set myself on fire and rebuild myself with the ashes. Like what? I am the phoenix rising. I done been through it. Dun, 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 dun. Purple, you still a diamond no matter the roughness that you have experienced. Yes. Started off that way. Will continue to be that way. Gotta love it. I understand. And understanding is the cure. I can't say that enough. That part. She was mad. Yes. She let 8 years go down the drain. That part. That part. And it was I'm gonna say this lovely. Like, and I've always been able to talk to her. I always knew when something was wrong and go to her and be like, look, I feel the energy is off. Like, what's going on? Talk to me. And then you talk to me and then you tell me the things. When I'm giving you the space, I give people the space to be who they are. Like, be who you are. You don't have to pretend with me. Like, I see you. I'm not looking for you to be perfect. I'm not looking for perfect people. Just be yourself so I know what I'm dealing with and we know how to hold space for each other. What's up? The lack of respect to even communicate over something so small between two good friends is crazy. Something deeper was apparent. That part, yes. And like I said, she was going through it in her marriage, right? She was like, my life falling apart over here, and you sitting up here talking about some 30-year-old guy at your job. I was like, first of all, I didn't say I was dating a 30-year-old guy. I said the guy was trying to talk to me. But I didn't know that we couldn't talk about anything, because when I was going through hell in my marriage and you was in a good space in your marriage, we was able to talk about everything. It was no good news that you couldn't share with me. Like, and that's the thing. Like, even when I'm going through the worst shit, like, people never know because I show up present. Like, I'm happy for you because you're happy. I don't have to be happy for you to be happy. Vice versa. Like, I don't have to be in a happy space to celebrate your happiness. That's just not how I rock. Like, I can be going through the worst shit and still celebrate you. I can be going through the worst thing and not have the things and still be happy for somebody that have the things. Like, that's just my heart. I just love people. I love to see people happy. I love to see people living their best life, whatever that looks like for them. I don't, yeah, nah. Just because I'm going through and I'm having a hard time and I'm sad or whatever, you have to be sad too? Like, how does that work? No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. I wouldn't say we can no longer be friends, but I would not let you live it down until you say happy birthday the next year. Just to be joking. Look, I was like, come on now. No. And the fact that that's your thought process, like, that's what tripped me out, because that's just me though. Like, I'm always putting myself in other people's shoes and I'm always thinking about the bigger picture. Like, if you didn't tell me happy birthday 1 year and we've been friends 8 years and you told me happy birthday 7 years, my first thought gonna be, dang, what's going on with her? Because she always tell me happy birthday. Like, what? That's gonna be my thought process. I've had people get mad at something I say online because I go in a random live and a person would be talking about something, but they actually beefing a person I know, but I didn't know it. Oh, I know that experience is literally crazy. All facts, queen. That part. That part. Self-love is the most important thing. You can't love others if you don't pour into yourself. Love. So I've been thinking about that lately too, because I've always had this heart. Like, I just love people. I really do. And when I wasn't in this space of loving myself, because I just started my self-love journey 6 years ago. But when I wasn't in this space, like, I was loving my kids the best of my ability. Like, I was giving them what I didn't have. At least what I thought I didn't have. But apparently that was coming from a spiritual place. Like I was like, how am I doing this? How am I showing up in this life like this? Because it's a struggle. But I was, but what I realized is I was angry. I was angry because I was pouring this love into other people. Nobody was pouring it back into me the way that I was pouring it out. So I was mad. So then my soul showed me, you have to start loving yourself this way. You have to. That's why you're mad. That's why you're angry. Because you feel like what you're giving out, you're not getting back. So how about you stop looking for people to pour into you that way, and you start pouring into yourself that way. So that's what I started doing. And it does make a huge difference in how you show up and how you love people. It do. See, dog, yeah, man, I just be randomly talking, but open people I was cool with unknowingly. Look, Mick, they opened it because that's something going on within them. Like we talked about that, the triggers. Nobody can trigger you or make you feel some type of way if there's nothing to be triggered. Like it just won't happen. And the trigger ain't about the person, it's about you. So once you're triggered, okay, are you somebody who point the finger out saying they did this and that's why I'm mad and that's this and this? Are you pointing like this? Because look, there's three fingers pointing back at you. You're triggered because something was there to be triggered. So for me now, like when I'm triggered, I'd be like, damn it. Here we go again. Let's go sit down. What is going on with you, girl? What's happening? Because it's no longer about the people outside of me. Like, absolutely not. Why are you triggered? I'm sitting with me. What's going on, What's going on, baby girl? What version of you is triggered right now? What's happening? I'm holding space for myself. I'm being gentle with myself. I'm allowing myself to feel what I feel. And sometimes there's a whole lot of shit coming up at once. It's a whole lot of situations you thought you was over that you never dealt with, right? You never dealt with it. So all that stuff coming up at one time can be heavy. But we have to sit with it. Scorpio in the building. Green brings out your true beauty. Thank you, Scorpio. How are you? I seem to trigger a lot of grown men online. Supposedly grown men. Well, why? Like, I mean, it's not your problem because if they're being triggered, then they have to figure out why. But, a lot of people don't want to go within. They like to point the finger and blame. Creamy is the reason why. That creamy pissed me off. Like, but why did that piss you off? Why did that make you mad? Why did it upset you? Nobody wants to ask that question. Nobody don't want to go with them. I'm not gonna say nobody. A lot of people don't. I'm good. How was your day? My day was good for the most part. I just been over here working through my emotions. You know, realizing that I be triggered about being triggered. How you triggered about being triggered? Cause I am. Yes. I don't like it. I don't like it, and I don't like when I'm not able to talk through it with the people who trigger me. Cause like, let's talk about the things. Let's have the hard conversations. Let's talk about it. But people don't want to talk about it. And I do. It ain't fun, but I enjoy it because I know there's beauty on the other side of the conversation. Like, there's healing on the other side of the conversation. There's clarity on the other side of the conversation. There is more love on the other side of the conversation when you have it. I don't know why that's a them issue. They never answer the question. why, when I ask why, I just laugh at it. Pray about it and ask it to use and guide you. Yes, I already did. I did all that. I journaled, you know, I wrote down the things. I got clarity on it, you know. And then I noticed it's always about us, right? So I noticed for me, I be wanting to I be wanting to work through it right now. I be wanting to have it figured out right now. Everybody don't work like that. So I have to realize that too. That's not everybody process. Some people need time to be away to process their stuff and then come back and have the conversation. And I'm here for that too. But I realize that I'm a little impatient. I'm a little impatient sometimes. So I honor that. And I'm like, look, you have to just sit over here with this until they're ready. They may be ready, they may not be ready. And if they never ready to have the conversation, then you just have to let it go. But, you know, when people come back and they're ready to have the conversation, I'm always open to have the conversation. But we both have to be willing to take accountability and responsibility for our part and how we showed up and how we affected each other. Because it's a two-way street, you know? That's the most important question to ask. Why are you that way? Look, that part. Why? What? That is. Why ask why? I say why not? Because when you ask why, guess what? You are led to your truth. Your truth. Why do I feel this way? Not why did that person, like, nah. Why do I feel this way? Why did that affect me? Why did that hurt my feelings? Right? Why am I so judgmental? Like all the whys that you can ask. Ask yourself. Dun, dun, dun. See, I told y'all, talking is healing. Talking feels good when you talk through things. You just feel it. You'll be like, oh, okay. Like, yes. Once again, that part. Long live the queen. That part. Look. Y'all, I'm trying to find. I wrote down some notes I heard this lady speaking on. And I was like, you know what? For me, a lot of times I don't be having the words all the time to express what I be feeling. Like, and then I hear it from somebody and I be like, yes, that's exactly how I want to explain it or express it. Like, that's exactly how I feel. But I didn't know how to put it into words. They put it into words perfectly. I see you like to get to resolve it right now and move on instead of prolonging. Yes. But I'm realizing, you know, it's about me, but it's not just about me. Like, when two people are involved, right? Y'all have to meet in the middle, right? So I be like, you ready to talk about it now. You ready to process your stuff. Everybody not there. Some people need a little bit more time. But I just feel like if people are willing, right? But even in that, I say communicate it. Say it, you know? Like, I'm not really understanding this. Like, we ain't getting nowhere, so I need a little bit more time to process it. Like, communicate the thing. Making me add to it. Talking is healing and understanding is the cure. Yes, ma'am. I love it. Yes, Creamy. Yes. We have to start listening to understand people. Like, a lot of times, most people are listening to response. Like you talking and they just waiting to say something. Like, no. Listen to understand where that person coming from. And that's something, it's easy for me to do it with people outside. Like, but with my kids, I still struggle with it. Like it's harder for me with my kids. And I'm still trying to figure out why. That part. I be like, damn, I do so good with people that, outside. My kids, man, I don't, that one I'm still working on. I still got a lot of work to do there. Oh, I don't even think this is the right notebook. That part. Oh, wait. That is. I was gonna lay down and take a nap, and then I was like, you know what? Nope, I ain't going to sleep. I'm going live. It's a lot more emotional entanglement when it comes to your kids, though. Yes, Mick. Man, the most challenging. The most challenging. I just be like, why it's so easy for me to like do this with other people, but when it comes to these little humans, yeah, I be taking a lot of stuff personally. And then something that I noticed about myself that that I want to really be more intentional on working on is, you know, because as a parent, like you get in that energy of feeling like you right and you know it all. When it comes to your kids, like you done lived the life, you know what's best, and I try not to move like that with them because they having different experiences than I am. So I have always been somebody who allowed them to have their experiences and not try to dictate their experiences and how it go, or how they should show up, or how they should feel, or how they should process, or how they should move. But I find myself like when I'm, talking to them or sharing the things with them, like they feeling some type of way about the way I'm showing up, and I do that thing like I was just telling y'all, like that wasn't my intention. So I'm working on not doing that with them because I can do it with other people, but with them it's like, yeah, it's so much more challenging. I don't like to say harder, but it's so much challenging than dealing with other people. Kids don't understand. That's why I'm joking. It depends. But Queen, do you know what agitate me? Wait, what agitates me? What me? Feelings are involved as well as the emotions too. That's why it's best to talk it out, but make sure the conversation being approached with maturity, respect, and honesty. Yes, Scorpio, that part. That part. I feel like I get so frustrated because I say the things. Like I tell people, like let's make sure that we let this be the foundation of our relationship and talking. Like we ain't gonna always agree on the things, but let's be honest, let's respect each other. You know what I'm saying? Let's hold space for each other to feel what we feeling. But come back to your heart. Like come back to your heart every time. Cause the emotions will take you. They'll have you gone. The triggers will definitely have you all over the place. It seems to be when it comes to our own children, it's more complicated. Yes, and definitely more personal. It is what it is. When people make food videos, Mick Swagger, Mick Swagger, you're not gonna let this go, are you? Like, how many months? First of all, how many months ago that was? When people make food videos and take a bite before they record. I'm not gonna say no names though. You just not gonna let that go. Creamy, don't laugh at him, Creamy. Creamy, don't laugh at me because I made some sliders, right? With some fries, some homemade fries. And I wasn't going to make a pool video. I wasn't going to make it. But when I bit the burger, I was like, dang, this burger is so good. I need to make a short. I need to make a everything tastes better when you cook at home video. So the burger was already bit. Yes, Mick. And I said that. I said it in the video. This is where, me and Mick have an issue because I said it. Right? I said the things. It wasn't like I was trying to pretend like the burger wasn't bit and that I didn't have 3 fries. And I didn't have 3 fries on my plate. I was like, look, y'all, I bit the burger before I made the video because it was so good. And I only have 3 fries because I was eating the fries as I was cooking them. Here come Mick on my live later that night. Mick like, Queen, why you post that video with that bit burger and those 3 fries? Like, Mick, why are you pointing out the obvious? Like what? I said all the things in the video. He come in my live talk about something. Why you bit that burger and just had 3 fries? He ain't gonna let it go. Swagger, she was hungry. Leave her alone. Yes, Purple, tell them. Some people have to understand just how authentic you are inside out. You operate from a different, much deeper understanding. Yes, Scorpio. And I'm realizing that people say that they get it. What makes me upset is when people express the things to me, when they say, right? Like you're connected with people and they see you, they tell you the things. They say the things out of their mouths. Like they see you for who you are. They see the heart and soul of who you are. And know that you're very intentional about how you move and the things that you do. And I would never do nothing to intentionally hurt you. So if I do, please tell me so we can make it right. And when people express to me how they see me, right? And then turn around and move on some weird energy, I can't say it don't hurt. It really do. It really do hurt. Bruh, no, I have to agree with official. Why, Creamy? Why? No, you don't have to agree. You want to agree. That's old. That's old stuff. Like, why you bringing up old stuff? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm gonna have to start calling you Queen 3 Fries. Mick, see what you done started? See what you done started, Mick? Like, why? Y'all, where did I, man, I know this is the Notebook. Do I have another one like this? This was good. Purple, why you laughing at me, Purple? Don't encourage them, like Mick be saying. Don't encourage her, y'all. Don't encourage them. Like, why they coming for me? We can change the last name. What's happening? So you look so good. Tell me why you wanna work here. Oh, this, y'all. So I was on TikTok and I came across this lady video. Getting to know you first. They have to be patient with you and just know off top how valuable you are. Yes, Scorpio. Yes. I probably would have had 2 bites. Purple, that little slider was so good. And I made it with lamb and beef mix. It was so good. But real talk, sometimes you gotta let people go through their process. It really don't be about us. We just catch the strays. Yes, me. And that's something that I'm learning. Because I'm somebody who likes to talk about it now. let's talk about it now. Let's work it out. Let's process as we're going. And that don't work for everybody. So I'm learning how to, honor people where they are. Let's put a pin in it and come back to it. But here's my rule of thumb. If we put a pin in it, we have to come back to it. We have to talk about it. We have to talk about it. So I came across this video and a lady was just talking about like reconciling with people. And she said you cannot reconcile with someone who's not willing to be honest about how they mishandled you. That part. Like if people not willing to take accountability for how they mishandled you, how can you reconcile with them? There is a big difference between taking responsibility and trying to skip over what actually happened. Real accountability sounds like naming the behavior, acknowledging the impact, and having an uncomfortable conversation about it. That part. You got to get comfortable with getting uncomfortable and having these conversations. Avoidance looks like silence, distance, letting time pass, then reappearing like nothing ever happened. That doesn't repair anything. That part, because you know how you have the people who they mishandle you and then they want to go away for a long time and then come back and act like ain't nothing happened. We ain't doing that. We're not doing that. Absolutely not. If you ain't taking accountability and we ain't having a conversation about what happened, ain't no access to me. Like, ain't gonna happen. That just protects ego. Time alone does not heal wounds. Honesty does. If communication broke down, if communication broke down, its trust was damaged. If communication broke down, if trust was damaged, if lines were crossed, pretending it's all water under the bridge isn't maturity. Like, y'all know a lot of people like to do that. Oh, that was a long time ago. That's water under the bridge. Why? Because it didn't affect you. It didn't have no effect on you, so of course you don't care. Of course you don't care about talking about it because you wasn't affected. You was the person who affected me. So of course you don't want to talk about it. What is the biggest lesson you taught yourself recently? That's it. What I was just talking about, Scorpio. That I'm somebody who wants to talk about things right away, and that's not just with with my kids, with everybody. Because I'm like, let's just get to the shit. I'm a let's just get to the shit type of person with myself. That's how I am with me. Like I'm direct. I'm straight to the point with me. So that's how I am with other people, and I realized that everybody is not there. So I had to learn how to honor that. I have to honor other people's spaces, as I want people to honor my space. So it's denial. So pretending it's all water under the bridge isn't maturity, it's denial. We can talk things through, we can clear the air, we can be respectful, but we are not moving forward without the truth. I'm cordial where it's necessary, I'm polite where it's appropriate, but excess to me requires accountability. That part. If you're not willing to be honest about your part, there is nothing left to rebuild. I was like, what? Like, that is what I'm talking about. 100% facts. If you're not willing to take accountability for how you showed up in my life and how you mishandled me, if you're not willing to talk about it, we ain't, nah, absolutely not. I'm good. I'm good. Because reconciliation without honesty is just pretending. And I don't do that anymore. I was like, baby, that part right there. That's exactly where I'm at in my life. Too many people are in denial to recognize that actual reality, and they don't even know what accountability is. That part right though. Facts. They will try to blame it on you because they lack accountability. Yes. They be like, you're still tripping off that. Look, right, Mick? That's what I keep saying. I'm like, because it did not affect them. And then people want to just act like, oh, ain't nothing happened, or like, oh, that girl, that was so long ago. I don't I don't even remember what that was about. Like what? Like I had these girls that I worked with. We was cool. Like we was cool. They just iced me out for real. And I didn't even know why. Just stopped talking to me. And I was like, okay, because this how I wrote. Like once you show me who you are, then I'm like, okay, cool. Like I adjust accordingly. But some years passed, right? And one of the girls, she saw me and she was talking to me, and I just asked her, like, why did y'all stop talking to me? And she was like, girl, I don't even remember what that was about. Do you really not remember? Or it was some bullshit. So of course you don't remember. Depending on the situation, time will not heal that wound. Depending on the situation, that wound will not heal, will ever heal. That is my opinion in all honesty. I don't know about never heal, ever heal. I mean, it really gonna depends on you. Like it really gonna depend on you. Or in my opinion, forgiveness can go a long way, but that does not mean healing. You can still be hurt because of that situation. Key in the building. Hey sis, how are you? Key, we in here talking about being triggered about being triggered. Right now, we talking about, people not re-entering your life without taking accountability for how they showed up and how they mishandled you. Like, you don't get to just come back and act like ain't nothing happened or it's water under the bridge. Like, you don't get to do that. Honesty can definitely hurt depending on the situation. Even with forgiveness, please trust. I know. Look, the truth hurts. The truth hurts for real sometimes. But you just got to be honest with yourself. Yes, I'm like, nah. People want to treat you any type of way, mishandle you, and then come back like ain't nothing happened. And think you supposed to just get over it. Absolutely not. And I'm learning that forgiveness is not about the people. It's forgiveness is for you. It's for you first. Like it ain't about the other people. We be holding grudges and staying mad, and these people going on with their life, living their best life, and we over here going through the motions. So I forgive you, and I forgive me for how you come in and treat me. Like what? I allowed you to do that. I allowed you to do that. So I forgive me for allowing you to treat me that way. Set your house on fire, then walk away, come back a month later, like, hey, what's up? Laugh out loud. Look, Mick, that part. That part. I was telling them I was going to take a nap, but I was like, you know what? I'm going live and talk because talking is healing. Let's talk about the things. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. I'd be like, okay, if I can't have the conversation with the people who I want to have the conversation with, then why not come have the conversation with the people on live? Like what? You're gonna talk about it one way or another. This next live we about to get into. Look, I feel like I want to do a whole series just on love. Queen three fries, that boy. Creamy. Why? Why you gotta put the three fries in them? Huh? Y'all gonna leave me alone about my three fries. Them fries were so good. And this is what I said. Mick must have never made, he must have never made homemade fries. Because if you made homemade fries before, you already know you eating those things while you cooking. Because they be so good. And they taste better when they hot. They taste better when they hot. Look, Key, yes. That boy. I was telling them earlier, Key, I was like, you know how people be talking about people leeching on your energy? Like, I was like, baby, I'm not worrying about no leeches because I set myself on fire. You know that's how you get rid of leeches? Like, what? I'm a phoenix rising. I ain't worried about that. Kim, hello, how are you? I'm amazing. How you doing? I done been on here talking. I went from good to amazing because I got on here and I talked about how I was feeling. I love talking about the feels. I love diving in deep. I love sitting in the uncomfortable feeling of what I'm feeling because I know that growth comes from that. Clarity comes from it. Set the house straight on fire and come back later knocking on your door like, hey, can I come back in? That boy. Yes, ma'am. Talking is healing and understanding is the cure. Queen three fries, that part. I'm happy you're feeling amazing, sis. Yes, Key. You know I told you I was about to lay down and then I was like, nah. Cause I noticed like for me, now it takes me about 3 days when I'm triggered to work through all the different aspects of the triggers. So today is day 2. And usually I like to just lay down and like I process, but then sometimes I'm like, let me just go to sleep because you're going. You're in your feels, all the things. I sit with it without judgment, of course. I journal, I do all the things. I go take my walk, I take my shower. Sometimes some of the things don't work. Like, and then I'm like, what the hell? What's going on? But I was like, I'm not going to sleep. I'm gonna go on live and we can talk. We can talk about the things. We will never know if you only made 3 fries or not, Queen 3 fries. You know I have to joke with you. Look, when I'm cooking those homemade fries, you never know what you're gonna get. Usually I'm eating them bad boys while I'm cooking. That's every time. And then when the food's done, the kids be like, that's all the fries they got left. Well, y'all need to make the fries because I'm gonna eat them. I've been working on being mindful though. I've been working on being mindful. My grandpa, is that what the GP stands for? Me told me 2 important things. 1, don't take everything personally, and 2, never bite your bird before recording it. Mick Swagger, I am not playing with you. I am not playing with you tonight. Like, what? Oh my goodness. You know what? I just watched one of my shorts. I don't know if you've seen the one when I made the Mexican pizza. I made the Mexican pizza and I sat down to eat it and I was like, Mick, you see, I did not bite the Mexican pizza before recording, so don't come for me. Because you've been coming for me about this burger since you've seen it. Like, what? Absolutely not. You know what? I'm going to have to make me some more sliders. Queen, you know I appreciate you though. I know, Mick. And you be having me cracking up. Every time you bring it up, I just be like, he just ain't gonna let this go. Like, what? I need to make some more of those burgers though, now that you talk about it. They were so good. You love talking about the feels. How do you feel about those three fries? I'm sorry, I can't help it. Some of the realness needs to be cut up with some dumbness. Yes, that part. Creamy. Yes, I love it. Well, I felt amazing about the three fries, because I ate them. Yes, they were good. I felt amazing about recording the video with my big burger and my three fries. I was like, yes, I'm posting this. And y'all know what? My YouTube journey is about not being perfect. So that's what I do. Like, I have my moments when I'm like, you know what? Let me show the people it's okay not to be perfect. So if you go look at my past shorts, like, I mess up, I'm not deleting and re-recording nothing, because you can't delete and re-record life. So that's what my channel is all about. It's about how to show up and be your authentic self. And it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to not be perfect. So I'm doing this short in my pajamas with my locks all over my head, and I'm just gonna be silly. What? What? I'm going do this video and I still got my bandit on in bed. Like, what? let me just embrace all the ways not to be perfect. Are those your painting in the basement? Yes, Key. I did those. I did this one. This my latest one. And then they got some more down on the floor over there. Queen cooks like Forrest Gump with his box of chocolates. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. That exactly. That's what my channel is. My channel is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. You gonna get hula hooping queen. You gonna get dancing queen. You're gonna get artist queen. You're gonna get keep it real queen. You're gonna get singing queen. Like, you just don't know. You don't know. But life really is. It's like a box of chocolates. You just don't know what you're gonna get. You have no idea. Key, and YouTube is still on they trip. It's been like that for about 3 weeks. Like, so I don't know what's going on with them. You give me butterflies. Let me not press play because they be tripping. They are beautiful. Let us know which ones are for sale. Look, they can all be for sale right now. Who buying the painting? Who buying the painting? No need to delete and re-record. That means you wouldn't be queen three fries anymore. That part. That part. I'm not. I spent months, actually years, doing that. When I first was guided to do YouTube, I used to record videos and then I'll watch them and be like, oh, I don't like how I said that. I don't like how my hair looked. I don't like this. I don't like that. And I would sit down for hours and record and then delete it. Like, what? One day I woke up and was like, girl, do you realize that was just an hour of your time? that you ain't getting back. Like, I went through a whole process. But every way that I judged myself in the past when I first started, every way that I judged myself, I challenged myself to show up that way. So if I messed up on the video, I was like, I ain't deleting and re-recording nothing. Like, now you get to go back and watch it. You can use it as a teachable moment, a moment to learn and grow from, right? You didn't want to say it, but you said it. Okay? You could have said it differently, but what you mean you didn't want to say it? You said it. It came out your mouth. You said it. Wait a minute. You paint though now? Yes, I've been painting for like 4 months. It's been about 4 months, I think. That's why I don't rewatch any of my stuff. I can't stand listening to my voice. But oh well, I keep going no matter what. Real, why? What that's about? What that's about? A lot of people say that though. A lot of people don't like to hear themselves back on the camera. But it's so funny because before I used to judge myself when I rewatch my videos, and I said I wouldn't rewatch them when I decided to be intentional and start like being consistent on here. But I love watching it now. I love watching my content. I be cracking up. The highest bidder gets the painting. Post them on the community. Okay, on the community page. Bet. The singing queen is coming through now. Laugh out loud. Yes. Yeah, but I love watching my stuff now. My daughter be like, Mom, you was just on live and now you watching your own live? Yes, daughter. Like, I have to experience it from the viewer's point of view. I be so in the moment, you be missing so much stuff. Like, when I go back and watch, I be in here cracking up laughing. I be like, how did I miss that? How did I miss that comment? Oh my goodness, bro. The way that we judge ourselves, I'm telling you. The way that we judge ourselves. Love your voice, bro. It's yours. It's your voice. I got you when you're laughing wild and loud. When you're too tired to stand. Oh man. That was good. I need to post it. Nah, I do love myself though. But not your voice, bro. Just you love yourself, but not your voice. That part. Yo, it's crazy because I be looking at like when I first started and where I'm at now. When I first started doing lives, I don't know if it's because I was nervous or what, but I was like, I didn't even know I said it that much. I went and rewatched my video and I kept saying, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, girl, you say that a lot. Like, I didn't even realize I said that. I kept saying, you know what I'm saying? I was like, why are you saying that so much? And then I was judging myself. But I stopped. I was like, I guess because I want to know that people understand what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying? But now when I watch these videos, I realize I don't say it. I like Real's voice, but I'm gonna have to go back and watch Real to see the difference. I need to go back and watch. Cause Real be more chill. Real be, dropping the gems. And eyes be wild. Eyes be like, look. What, sucker? What you said? Oh my goodness. I be cracking up at you. I take it back. It's not your cooking, your videos. Your videos are like Forrest in his box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. I did not expect the painting. Yes, yes, Creamy. Thank you. Yes, I did not know that that gift was in me until I was challenged in such a way. I went to a sip and paint and I came back home and I went live and I was showing them my painting. And then one of the heartbeats was like, "You ain't paint that. Show us your painting. Show us the painting you did." I'm like, "This is my painting. What are you talking about?" So Mick Swagger was like, "Queen, you should get some paint and do a live painting." So I did that and I've been painting ever since. Like on my own. So I did that one at a sip and paint. And then the other one down there, the lady with the rain, the purple rain painting is the one I did. So it was a good thing that he challenged me in such a way because I discovered a hidden talent that I didn't know I had. And I love it. I love painting. Dun, dun. Ba, ba, ba. So yes, it's funny that you said that because that's what I say about my channel. It's like a box of chocolates. You just never know. You never know what you're gonna get. You never know. Fantasy. Ooh. Yes, that's what we talking about. That's gonna be the next live. We talking about relationships. Like what? I found my little handy dandy notebook and I have so many good topics in here. I was like, yep, that's what we doing. That's what we talk about. The Great Heartbreak or The Great Awakening. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 hours because why not? Why not? Okay, Google, turn volume up. She's got magic. You are definitely talented, Queen Three Fries. Creamy, you serious about this 3 fries, huh? I'm forever Queen Three Fries. Gotti. That's my new nickname. Mm. Some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, 3 fries. If I ain't got you, 3 fries. Some people, some people live just to play the game. You don't have to, but this is a challenge. Can you make a painting representing me? I'm joking. And then I felt happy for of a superficial. Some people want it all, want nothing at all. If it ain't you, three fries. If I ain't got you, three fries. Diamond rings. We actually did a remix on it. I don't know what my notebook is though. Got you for a fountain. Promises forever young. Some people need 3 dozen roses. Some people hand me the world on a silver platter. No one to share. Only cares for me. But I don't want nothing at all. Calm down, Blues Clues. I'm not talking about relationships in the next live. Why not, Creamy? Why not? We gonna learn and grow together. We trying to have better relationships moving forward. So why not talk about it? Why not talk about what you've learned from past relationships? Like, what was the lessons that you learned? Or do you just focus on the hurt of the relationship? I mean, me, I like to focus on the lessons that I learned. I can't say that I recognized what it was when I was in it. It wasn't until afterwards. Like, oh, that's why that happened. You know? If I ain't got you with me. Oh yeah. Mick Swagger did this remix. Some people want onion rings. Some just want chicken wings. But chicken wings ain't got nothing without barbecue sauce. Long live Queen Three Fries. That part. Yes. We should talk about that. Oh, he also said some people want French fries, but only if they're supersized, not just 3 fries. No. When love is calling your name from the dark, so let love have its way. There's nowhere to hide. So let love have its way. There's nowhere to hide. The 3 fries lyrics are fantastic. Yes, I had to throw it in there because you've been, calling me 3 fries for the last 15, 20 minutes. Like, had to make a song about it. There's nowhere to hide. Have its way. This was nice and refreshing. I enjoyed this. See, I knew what I needed to do, and I did it, and I feel good about it. I really didn't want to go to bed early, so you know. The Motherhood Lounge, I was gonna steal that name and copyright it, but it's already been used anyway. You a be who they pick woman that are leaders. Oh, okay. Rigid Vibrations, how are you? How your night going? So let love have its way. Love calls, there's nowhere to hide. Baby, nowhere to run. Oh man, life be life, and what do you do but show up for it, right? Be present, ride the waves of the highs and the lows. Like, we all in this together, you know, literally. I see why some people, be wanting to stay home and stay in their closet and not go out in the world and not make connections, because you be like, what is the purpose of all this shit? I open myself up, I be vulnerable, I said, okay, I'm not gonna close my heart. I'm gonna leave my heart open. I'm gonna make connections. I'm gonna talk to people. I'm gonna, keep showing up and being the best version of me that I can be. And baby, let me tell you, that minute, that moment that you think something is gonna be one thing and it turned out to be something else, you be like, what the hell was that, universe? What was that? Like, what was the purpose? And then I find out later, but like, I'm tired of these damn lessons. Okay, I'm sick of it. Damn it, I understand it, but stop being so logical when you're asking me about relationships. I don't like it. Creamy, I secretly, you like it because you know that understanding is the cure. Like, what? You love it, actually. Facts, real, yes. Like, what? I'm real life getting better. I seen you cutting up earlier. I was cutting up. I mean, I really wasn't in the best. I really wasn't in the best space. I showed up because I was like, let me just show up, because maybe this will help me get out of my own way, out of this energy that I'm feeling. So I was like, let me hula hoop, but it didn't quite work out that way. But I tried. Only thing you can do is try. You can try the thing, and if it don't work, then it don't work. Then you figure it out. Don't you use my own saying against me. That's not fair. It is so fair, Creamy. Yes, it is. Look like you weren't in the mood. I was trying to bring myself to the mood. And then I kept saying, what's wrong with my hula hoop? But my hula hoop was feeling it too. Like, I was like, why is it not working right? But because my energy was just off, like, I was still processing things. I know this because you always happy. Yeah. I was still processing. And I was like, okay, I'm going to just go ahead and do it, because sometimes it helps. Sometimes it helps me to just release the things, but I needed to sit down with me. So I did that after. Hello, Richard. How are you? No, it's not fair. I refuse it. Look, we're gonna have a beautiful conversation tomorrow. We gonna dive into it. You know, first love, heartbreak. What did you learn from it? Like right now in this space, what is the lessons that you learned from that? Like for me, I know what my lessons was. So we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Time in the building. What's going on, Time? How are you? Queen of Hearts and chat family. Hope all is well. Stay blessed and balanced in life. And always keep God first and yourself closer to Him. Look, I'm about to go eat me some fruit. Got me a little cantaloupe, a little honeydew melon, a little watermelon. My first love will never be duplicated. Are you still with your first love? No, you can dive in your box of chocolates. I'm going to be like Forrest Gump, sitting on a bench. I know what my lessons was, but I don't like talking about it because I don't want to be judged. Well, you know this is a no judgment zone, Creamy. No judgment. We drink our water and we don't judge over here. I'm pretty sure I have already expressed my lessons in one of your chats before. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that part. Okay, see that's why. That's nice, Time. I love that for you. I love that. When people can experience that and it, be together all that time and it's still y'all learning and growing in love and life lessons, it's a beautiful thing. Everybody not so lucky. But we be like, why? We ain't talking about this tonight because I'm about to get off here, but we gonna talk about it tomorrow because it all has purpose. But when we put the expectations on it and we think it's gonna be this thing is gonna be this long, we gonna be together forever. On my path, I just realized I was setting myself up for disappointment. Narcotics. Can't put this drink down. Okay. You wanted us to know that. What you drinking? Can't wait for tomorrow. Look, Time. Me too. It's gonna be beautiful. I know a lot of people don't be wanting to talk about the feels, emotions. Why we talking about that? Why we talking about relationships? Why we talking about? Because talking is healing. That's what we need to talk about. So we can get better at dealing with our emotions and how we showing up and how the things affect us and what we learn from the things. And sharing, you help somebody else on their path. That part. Make sure you understand the luck that you have and make sure you understand how lucky you are. Yes, Creamy. Keep manifesting. I see it happening for you in your energy. Well, thank you. Ocean spray white cranberry juice. Ooh, time. I love the peach cranberry. That one is so good. Or the strawberry cran peach. The strawberry cranberry. Or the peach one. The peach one is really good, and that one is really good if you add a little Sprite to it. Cause I don't drink, but you add a little Sprite to it, tastes like a little cocktail. Yeah, I like that. Long live Queen Three Fries. Yes, I'm gonna have to put that on my community wall. Long live Queen Three Fries of Queen of Hearts Three Fries. Oh, the mango one is my top two. Peach is my top one. Yes. That peach one is everything. And you know what? A lot of people starting to get on it because now when I go to the store, it be out of stock all the time. I'm like, see what happened? Once people find out about the good stuff, then it's gone all the time. I love that one. All right, y'all. It's been 2 hours. I'm about to go. I love y'all. This was beautiful today. We talked about a lot of good things, a lot of good topics. I refuse the relationship talk. I need to get a little extra drunk for that one again. That part. You gonna be fine, Creamy. Lord Kelvin in the building. Hello, Lord Kelvin. Thank you for entering the chat correctly. I appreciate you. How are you doing? Hey, Queen. How you been? I haven't seen you in a while. You know, at your best, you are loved. Can I not say hi the way I normally say it? No, I told you when you enter my chat, I see you do that in a lot of people's chat. No, that's not my name. So you remembered and you entered the chat the right way. So I appreciate you for hearing me and respecting me. Thank you. I didn't know your workout partner, hula hoop partner, was living in my mother's country of Costa Rica, which I am. Okay, yes, time. You need to make a painting of a queen three fries. You know what? You know what, Creamy? Yes, I do. Just for you, I'm a paint that. Queen three fries gonna have the crown like maybe it'll be three fries in a little box with the crown tilted to the side. Just messing with you. How do you see it? Because like I was on somebody live, I can't remember who it was, but you came in there and you said what you always say. But yes. All right, y'all. Good night. I hope y'all having an amazing night. I'm sending y'all lots of love as always. And I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Later, Lord Kelvin. All right, grand night time. Grand night, Creamy. Anybody else that's in the bushes? Because I can't see how many people, because the YouTube ain't working right.